JC pitcher, Ivy Renfro, and which just so happened that Coach Land, younger daughter, Adeline Land, that's who she takes pitching lessons from. So they're familiar with this kid. They see her. They've actually had to before have where they work together in their lessons. So they've seen this kid several times. So they're familiar with her.
Busby facing now an 0-2 count as Richardson out in front. She singled her first time back in the first, scored on the McKenna Rose Grand Slam, the 0-2. Little squibbler down the first base. Bell easily will pick it up and touch on the back of the first out of the inning.
Well, Addie was, to be honest, that ball's off the plate, it's in the chalk, but we've had the guy behind the plate enough that we know he calls that.
Come to bat for the Lady Cat.
Just trying to
catcher, number 1, Georgia Land.
Make something happen, and she just couldn't get much on that.
Georgia Land, who singled to right her first time. 1 for 1 tonight. Did score on that Rose Grand Slam. First pitch in the dirt. 1-0.
Georgia last night, again, she stayed and took some BP, and I know she was really working on trying to calm her body down, stay quiet with her body, and more still and patient. She was wearing it out. So if we can get that to translate to the game today, she should have a good game today.
Pitch is outside for a ball. 2-0. Georgia Land, junior. She's already committed to play collegiate softball. Where's she going again, Corey?
UT Martin.
UT Martin, that's right.
Hey, and
One of 4, right, for the Lady Cats?
That's correct.
They've already committed.
And you know, at a time during the year, JP, I'm not sure where they wound up, but at a time during the year, UT Martin was ranked inside the top 25. So that they have a very good program. Coach's been there for a long time, and I do know from talking to Brian and Mandy, they're expecting Georgia to come in and play immediately. You know, you seen here the other night with her
Well,
with that
cannon
arm.
of an arm, absolutely. Here's the 2-1. Pop foul out of play to the right side, and the count even at 2-2 to Georgia Land.
Hey, here we go, George. Work hard.
You know, I think it's more of a advantage for us. The guy behind the plate, his strike zone. I think it's more of an advantage for us with Macy's stuff, you know, and having a bigger zone. But again, as a hitter, you have to recognize that. When you get behind the count, you have to protect that.
2-2 is high, and we're full, 3-2. 1 out. In the bottom of the second, Lawrence County leading 6-3. They got 6 runs in the first, a grand slam by McKenna Rose. And then Littrell with a 2 RBI single. So the 2 seniors with all 6 RBIs so far tonight. Pitch popped up down the left field line. In no man's land, but an outstanding catch by left fielder Raven Rogers, who came sliding in on the grass to make the play in foul territory for out number 2.
Yeah, that was a great play, JP. She came a long ways. She had to slide and get down, and she made a great play right there. They do have a really good outfield.
Touch back for the Lady Cat, number 50, McKenna Rose.
Their best player to come through. Rogers and left field, they've got all kinds of speed.
McKenna Rose, grand slam her first time. And fortunately for Coffee County, she comes up with nobody on base, but still a dangerous hitter. You know she's got to be feeling confident right now. First pitch was low in the dirt, 1-0. And Richardson looking over. They're going to treat this with kid gloves. You can tell already. 1-0 from Richardson to McKenna Rose. Well, she had a pitch hit the opposite way down the left field line, foul.
McKenna typically, you know, when she hits balls out of the park, McKenna's one of those kids, when she hits balls out of the park, the majority of them are in the right center field gap. But to be honest with you, JP, the balls that she hits and she squares up, she's a left center field gap hitter, and they've got a big gap in left center. So you're probably going to want to stay away from McKenna. She pulled the ball and hit it out, so they're really playing right into her hands. But they
1-1. That one's high, 2-1.
Well, they might stay away from her and her drive it to where she hits balls deep. Dugout seems to have a lot lot of life.
Oh, yes.
That's good to see.
Expect Taylor to be able to recreate those chants. She is a cheerleader, you know, been cheering for 4 years. There's a swing and a miss, big cut by McKenna. And that's just the second strike, as I think Tomlin thought that was the third. She started walking to the dugout.
She fooled everybody,
Yeah.
coach, everybody.
Hey, work hard right here, Kenna.
I'd like to make that backfire.
What an atmosphere here at Jim Chance Field. Standing room only. Beautiful weather. The clouds have really parted for us, Corey.
Yes, it's a great day to be playing softball.
Swing and a miss, and the outside high fastball gets McKenna Rose swinging. That's okay. She's already done some damage. A grand slam in the first. Lawrence County leads at 6-3 after 2 over Coffee County. This is the AAA District Championship on the X Sports Radio Network. Miss Taylor, can you hear what Coach Land's saying? Okay. You got anything going? Hey, how about Exports Live promo? Stand by after the bump. Just one spot, Kelsey. So right out of the bump, you go into it after I mute the music, okay? All right, thank you very much, Taylor. 6-3 your score. Lawrence County leading as we head to the third inning. Coffee County will send up the top of the order. Raven Rogers, Katie Rutledge, and Tori Bell. As they did some damage, Rogers struck out, but then the next 3 hitters got on base, culminating in a 3-run homer by
Leading
Haley
off for
Henshaw.
Coffee County in the top of the third, the left fielder.
Lead of the order, as you would
number
expect.
6, Raven Rogers.
Rogers, who hit second in the lineup on Tuesday, is in the leadoff spot here tonight. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. JP Plant, Corey Rochelle up at the booth. Taylor Hill in the Lawrence County dugout for this AAA District Championship game. Jim Chance Field.
They got their speed back up, JP, so they're going to try to.
First pitch slap to left field, I should say. Busby had it played perfectly. Had to fight maybe a little burst of wind as it gusted up right as the pitch was made, but able to hold on to it. Busby first out of the inning.
Yeah, that was big right there, JP. 1 pitch, 1 out, especially with that kid. You want to keep her off base, even though
Coming to bat for
they're
Coffee
probably
County.
not going to
number
go
19,
like
Katie Rutledge.
thrown out by 15 feet twice the other night, but you still minimize the base run.
Katie Rutledge tried to slap it down the third baseline, but waiting for it is Rose, and a high throw, but backing her up is the right fielder, and Gracie Judkins. And a nice job of Judkins being there as you're coached to do, and it keeps the runner at first on the high throw.
Well, I think I've said it a couple of times, JP. That's why I hold my breath when Brinley lets it go. Because sometimes
Now
she's
batting
got a
number
great arm,
23,
but
Tori
sometimes she lets it
Bell.
fly.
You give that a hit or an error, Corey?
That's an error. You got to make that throw. We had plenty of time.
You're tough like me. First pitch, line drive in left field by Bell. Bell continues the hot bat, rounding second is Rutledge. They hold her there, and Bell with the double. This runner's at second and third for Coffee County.
Well, I'm not real sure our plan for Bell, but I know this is the last 2 games this week. Every time we've gone inside, she's turned on and ripped it. We're going to have to stay away from her. And, I said it the other night in Tuesday night's game. Macy's weakness is she has a changeup. She does, to be honest, it's just not very good. So everything she throws is within 3 or 4 miles an hour of the same speed. So everybody's sitting on the same speed, even though she may curve a ball or throw a rise bar.
Coming to bat
it's all
for
the
Coffee
same
County in
speed.
the top
So
of the
they're gearing
third.
up for the same speed. And
Number 5, Haley
Today,
Henshaw.
when she's got to try
Got
to
one
get
away.
ahead, they've hit the ball hard. We hadn't got ahead necessarily to the point where we could use the rise ball for a strikeout like we did Tuesday night. They haven't missed the pitches in the plate.
Henshaw with a 3-run homer her first time up, takes the ball on the outside. And the count is 1-0. And just like the first inning, Corey, Rogers was retired, then Rutledge and Bell with base hits, and they're on base with Henshaw. There's a strike on the outside edge.
Yeah, you know, it's early in the game, and there's one out, and not that I would intentionally put her on, but I'd probably tiptoe around her a little.
First base is open.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch, and it's outside. And, yeah, staying away. And the count 2-1.
And that may be the plan right here. We may be going to tiptoe around her and
maybe get lucky, get her to chase one.
That's right. And the kid on deck, not that she's a bad hitter, but she hasn't so far hurt us too bad.
2-1 count coming to Haley Henshaw. It's inside. Going with the low ball. And the count now 3-1. Rutledge at third, Bell at second for Coffee County. They trail to Lawrence County 6-3 in the top of the third. There's a line drive down the left field line, but it is foul. And Henshaw turned on that one, and fortunately for the Lady Cats, it did go foul.
We're continuously pounding the inside part of the plate, and it's almost like they know it's coming. And I haven't watched the kid at second. In softball, I'll be honest with you, in softball, they're taught really well to give location. So
that pitch is fouled away, so the count remains full at 3-2. So Henshaw, payoff pitch